Satan's primary goal is to lead people away from God and destroy their faith. As a Christian, you are a target for Satan's manipulation, and understanding his tactics is essential to protecting yourself from his attacks. Satan attempts to manipulate Christians for several reasons, including to undermine their faith, create doubt and fear, and lead them into sin. By manipulating Christians, Satan aims to render them ineffective in their witness and service to God, thereby reducing the impact of the gospel on the world. One of the primary ways Satan manipulates Christians is by distorting their view of God. He often uses deception and lies to make God appear harsh, unloving, or uncaring. This can lead to feelings of guilt, shame, and condemnation, causing Christians to doubt their salvation or question God's love for them. Satan also uses fear and anxiety to manipulate Christians, making them believe that they are not good enough or that God is not able to help them in their time of need. This can lead to a lack of trust in God and a reliance on self or other sources for comfort and security. Another way Satan manipulates Christians is by tempting them to sin. He often uses subtle and deceptive tactics, making sin appear appealing or justifiable. This can lead to a gradual decline in a Christian's moral standards, causing them to compromise their values and principles. Satan also uses the world's values and philosophies to manipulate Christians, making them believe that certain behaviors or attitudes are acceptable when, in fact, they are contrary to God's word. This can lead to a watering down of the gospel and a loss of distinction between what is right and wrong. So, what can you do to protect yourself from Satan's manipulation? First and foremost, you must stay grounded in God's word. Regularly reading and studying the Bible will help you to discern truth from lies and to recognize Satan's tactics. You must also cultivate a deep and intimate relationship with God, built on trust, obedience, and communication. This will enable you to distinguish between God's voice and Satan's whispers, and to respond accordingly. In addition, you must be aware of your own vulnerabilities and weaknesses. Satan often attacks Christians in areas where they are most susceptible, such as through fear, anxiety, or past experiences. By acknowledging your weaknesses and seeking God's help, you can develop strategies to overcome them and reduce your vulnerability to Satan's attacks. It is also essential to surround yourself with a community of believers who can provide support, encouragement, and accountability. This will help you to stay grounded in your faith and to resist Satan's attempts to isolate and manipulate you. Finally, you must be proactive in resisting Satan's manipulation. This involves putting on the armor of God, as described in Ephesians 6:10-18, which includes the belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, the shoes of the gospel, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit. By putting on this armor, you will be able to stand firm against Satan's attacks and to trust in God's power and protection. You must also be mindful of your thoughts and emotions, recognizing when Satan is trying to manipulate you and taking steps to resist his influence. In conclusion, Satan's attempts to manipulate Christians are real and persistent. However, by understanding his tactics and taking proactive steps to protect yourself, you can resist his influence and stay grounded in your faith. Remember that you are not alone in this battle, and that God is always with you, ready to help and guide you. By staying grounded in God's word, cultivating a deep relationship with him, and surrounding yourself with a community of believers, you can overcome Satan's manipulation and live a victorious and effective Christian life.